Okay, we are back. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We're gonna keep on rolling. We're gonna do more playthroughs. Widow's Den. Again, we are going to. Oh, hi Ben. Oh, hi doggy. All right. Again, we're gonna keep plowing through today. I am so far behind on these. I would like to get a lot of them done. So, like, I'll be straight. Like, we're gonna get into a little bit of just meandering, rambly territory, and that's okay. Um, so yeah, I would say this feels very, what's it? Cues like Chusky tracked, whatever that course was in terms of visuals. Like, I don't dislike the visual style. Off the bat, certainly check some boxes in terms of visuals, but also, we're on the opening tee, and I don't see a single person. In fact, looking around, I see basically nobody. So maybe again, I hear crowds, so obviously there's people somewhere, but like I think you're already losing some points for major atmosphere when you've built a course when there's zero people on it. We just now getting there? I mean, we've been there for a while, but we're deep into it now. Like the first couple, we were just kind of like hopping off the rails and back on occasionally. Now we're just like we're gonna go way off, I think, for the next couple. He did know people and said he didn't like the look. You're hearing the crowd from his tennis courts. Yep, that's what I thought. Like, I knew we would at least get some. Yeah, like that one hurts a little bit. Like I just it's the whole like, oh, you can hear the crowds. So he put just a couple tournament objects on the course, and it's for a tennis court that is part of. It's not even on the course. Um, like yeah, like that one's like I don't hate the course so far. Like I'm not in. Oh, this. No, this is just one of the double greens. I know that the triple green's coming up. Like I will be honest, I'm not a fan of the triple green. I don't hate this double green, but also like I don't like it either. I don't. Sorry, that's the. I don't love it either. It's fine. It exists. Um, and also, and just for me, it's just like, hey, it's major contest. Like, did I require crowds? No, but it's that like, hey, like that goes a long way to creating a major tournament atmosphere. Like this doesn't even feel like a tournament atmosphere. This is just around you're playing in the desert somewhere. Um, you think so many people weren't around for last major and just had no idea what the contest really entails? Suspect that's partially why so many he missed or many missed the difficulty by so much. Yeah, and that's fair. And like again, it's the like I'm not going to hold it against somebody if like hey, you're more than welcome to enter a contest and completely ignore what's being asked of you. Like that's fine. Like I'm not going to get angry at you, but also like I'm going to judge you accordingly in terms of scoring. So it's like, hey, like I'm not going to get upset at you that you put an entry that just didn't fulfill some of the basic requirements. Like that's fine. But like hey, like we're always happy to have more courses and contests. But like also it's like, hey, I'm not going to get upset that you ignored the requirements, but you're going to have to not get upset when you don't make the cut. Like, as long as you're fine with that exchange, then all is well in the world. I mean, the clubhouse is really nice. I like the kind of modern style he went with. Like again, I've always tried to use these buildings for clubhouses occasionally, like trying to do like a modern one, and I found them hard to use. So you did them well. Um, oh yeah, here's the triple green. Yeah, I'll just be honest. The triple green's not very good. I don't like it. It doesn't. It's very gimmicky, and it doesn't really justify its own existence for me. like the little bits of green that just, like this is not a natural extension of a green. This is just the, well, hey, if I connect all of these, now I have a triple green and I have a gimmick. And it's just like, well, or you could just not. There's no reason to. They don't naturally connect in any sort of way. But anyway, so yeah, I just like I don't mind that you went like kind of with an idea and said like, well, I don't really want crowds on it because I don't feel like that fits the course that I'm making. I'm like, okay, well then, that's fine, but also if tournament atmosphere doesn't fit the course you're making, then you could always just make that course not in a contest and do a different idea for major. That also works. Good afternoon, Pac-Man. How's it going? Yeah, again, it's this course leans a lot on all of the shared greens, kind of as a gimmick, and other than the triple green, which I just don't really like. None of the shared greens are really that egregious, but they're just they're just fine. They're kind of just there for me. But like in terms of the the technical stuff, I don't really have any like the planting is fine. The sculpting's good, the planting's good. Like it is a competently made golf course. But like you're not losing any points for that. But like playability again, like the shared green decision to me it doesn't hurt the course, but you went way in on a gimmick that I don't feel like helps the course, and then you also like it doesn't feel remotely like a plat course. Like this just feels like a golf course. Um, like I'm speed playing and playing badly today, and I'm under par. So this is by far the best I've shot out of any of the courses I've played so far. And like I complained a number of those probably weren't hard enough either, um, or like hard enough being a relative term. Like I didn't think they were a plat major course. Like honestly, this feels like a course that would be entered into CC. Like it's not necessarily a CC contest, but this idea works way better for CC than it does for major. Like absolutely nothing about this course feels like a major course to me. Like again, if it was really hard and like you were just really light on like the because I'd say like Heisenberg went, like his course was a little light on the tournament atmosphere, but like he had people there. At least like the little bits that he did for atmosphere were really good. This just straight up has no atmosphere. And again, and we've played three courses that made the cut. Um, it's a bit too tight though for CC. Yeah, like again, you know, yeah, it's probably not a CC course specifically. I just tossed that out as like this feels like an idea for a different contest kind of thing. It's this could be in any contest, not this contest, if that makes sense. But so we've played through. This is the fourth one we've played in this session, and now admittedly it's a tough comparison because the first three made the cut, and like as a whole I really enjoyed those courses. So like you have tough company to be stacked up against in this little play session, but like those check so many more boxes in terms of like they fit what the tournament asks for, or the contest asks for, so much better. And then, ooh, well, there we go. That's what happens when your thumb doesn't come off the stick, or thumb comes off the stick. But yeah, it's like just in terms of pure golf, like I think this is my least favorite of the four. It's not outright bad. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like it's kind of there. And then it in terms of a contest course, it just straight up doesn't do any of the things that the contest asks. So I certainly don't like dislike this course, but it's not one that's like, as as I've kind of mentioned in the last couple, we've made the first cut. So, we can I can now tell like publicly what courses did or did not make the top 16, and this one did not make the top 16. Not because it's bad, but it's just, again, it's um in terms of just pure golf, like it's probably struggling to make the cut anyways in a strong field, and then just certainly doesn't help itself by ignoring most of the rubric. So I feel like, while this certainly isn't the worst course in the contest, it's also a no-brainer that you know, this one's gonna get cut early. There tends to be I am noticing, like, I don't know, it feels a little like a lot of the holes feel the same. It certainly, like, I get like, um, like every hole's planted exactly the same. The environment's identical throughout all of the holes. Like, again, it's a cohesive environment for sure, but sometimes like you want to explore different features and whatnot, and yeah, just kind of the like between like every hole has a shared green, which if like I get like, yes, St. Andrews does it and it works there, but like as a rule, for me it's just like, well, if you do the same thing with every green, like they don't really feel special anymore. So like if every hole is a shared green, like that doesn't stand out as a feature anymore, and like every bunker is kind of the same. All of the playing corridors are about the same width. Like there's bunkers constantly scattered everywhere in like places that like are fine, but like a lot of them just aren't in play, and it just feels like I don't know. It's the every hole on this course kind of blends together for me. They all sort of do the same thing over and over again. There's a little bit of variety could shake this course up. Actually, this might actually end up being the, I don't know, or I keep saying that every playthrough is going to be the shortest playthrough because we're just powering through them at this point. But um, this is probably another candidate. I know we got rhinos under 20. This might be 15. Again, and it's kind of the, well, like there's only a couple things I have to say about it, and they're pretty basic stuff. So, like, that should have been in. How many do I have to do? I think about 8 or 9. I'm not gonna finish them today, but I can get at least to the point where I could do another session of these and finish up the rest. But okay, I mean, there we go. It was a course. It was in the contest. Again, pretty obvious why it ended up where it is. I don't hate the course, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So, thank you for the course. Um, but yeah, all right, we'll just cut this one here. But thank you everyone for following along. We will catch you in the next one. For those of you in chat, we will do at least one more. So I'll be back in just a sec. Talk to you later.